All right, welcome back, everybody. We are going to continue drawing this face here, learning some skills in drawing in Photoshop. So we've got a rough sketch going, and it's time to kind of add our clean lines, okay? So we're going to go ahead and add a new layer. So I'm going to go over to my little quadruple drop-down little button there, hit New Layer, and let me grab it over. It's on my other screen. Everything wants to pop up there for some reason. And I'm gonna call this one, I'm gonna just call it Ink. And that is, again, I'm following like a comic book style, I guess, way of naming and ordering things, which is the way I initially kind of learned how to draw and paint in the computer. So sketch layer, ink layer, and yeah, we'll do color layer and all that stuff too. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get another brush. I got a black color now. Okay, so we'll use the hard round pressure brush, and I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna start with the eyes. And if you've followed along any other drawing things of mine, you know that I like to start with the eyes, because if you get them wrong, you might as well just give up. No, you might as well do them over again, but I want to hit what I would consider the most important part first. That way I know I'm onto something or whether I'm not onto something. Okay, so my pressure is 100%. Everything's 100% right now because I'm trying to give it some clean lines. And I'm using my pressure to lift off and get thin lines with this brush. Now, you don't have to draw at 100%. You could have a bit of a looser, sketchier look and go at a lower opacity, but that's just kind of up to you. And again, this is not the only way or the only brush to paint with or draw with. There's plenty of choices and plenty of things that work and plenty of things. And I don't always use this brush either. Okay, so got an eye in there, got an iris, got a pupil. I feel like it's big. I always draw eyes big. She's got big eyes, but I don't know if I want to make them this big. We'll see. Some eyelashes. Getting a fold up there for the top of her eyelid. Okay, let's see if I can get this nose here. Okay, I want to give her a nice little nose, slightly rounded on the end there. Let's see if we get this right. Okay, so the nostril there, the underside of the nose, and then the other nostril. Darkened, I think, the wrong side. Let me see. And from this angle, you see a little more dark there. And let me get a crease here for the back, and you never want to attach it to the nostril. Let's see, Command Z, if you want to redraw it. Redraw other parts. I think I like it rounder. And can't say I'm taking credit for this, but a friend of mine who's an artist, he said drawing in Photoshop and drawing digitally is, he says it's like drawing on a whiteboard, where you can constantly erase, wipe clean completely, and then redraw it again. And that's got pros and cons to it, I guess. But so it's more like that than drawing with a pencil. Okay, so I totally moved on from the other eye, unmeaning to. Got distracted going down the nose. We'll go back up in a sec. Let's see, let me get the lips here. So the front of the, or the tip of the top lip will be a little rounder. And then come around. Go into the mouth here. And I like to add a little crease in the corners of the mouth, this one as well. Kind of gives characters a pleasant look, and you can see them in most people, or a lot of people. All right, get the bottom lip here. Just get a little bit of this, these lines that we have in our lips, these little, I don't know what you call them. Are they wrinkles? I guess they're wrinkles, huh? I'll leave it there for now. All right, let's move back up to the eye here. Okay, 3/4 eye. So maybe it's a little bit of the inside. I'm gonna go up to the eyelash, eyelashes, and I'll come back to the eyelashes because my hand does not like that curve so much. Now it is like that one. So let's just go ahead and rotate it. So I'm gonna hit R for the rotate tool and bring it around, space bar to move it back, B for brush. Let me get the curves going this way. And this line, I want to go around the eye and then up towards the corner. And let's see, because I know the eyelid would start to show, the thickness of the eyelid would start to show here, that angle. As it bends up and around, but we'll see. Okay, let me rotate back a little bit here. Let me try and get to these eyelashes while I got, whoops, switch to the brush. Here we go. Well, I've got the head at this angle. It would come down and around. Something like that. A lot of times you can insinuate it by just thickening up the top line there. Okay, let's go ahead and draw the eyelid crease. Maybe it would kind of fold around, I think. Let's see. Something like that. And rotate a little bit more. So rotation tool becomes pretty handy if you use a shortcut. I mean, a lot of tools are handier if you use a shortcuts, but to me, it could feel cumbersome if I'm not using the R button and I have to go to it. I can't, there it is. I don't even remember where it is, but I use it because I know the shortcut. Same with like spacebar and all that. So can't stress enough how important it is to use your shortcuts. Okay, I'm trying to make a curve and I'm doing it at the angle my hand doesn't like. All right, let me get this iris in here. And the pupil. I think that looks all right. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit, a little close. Right, back to my brush. Actually, I'm going to rotate it a little bit more. And let's kind of get this edge of the face over here. I'm going to soften that a little bit. Actually, not so soon, I don't think. Where the brow would start protruding and then come back in. Go down to the cheek. Give her a little higher cheekbone here. Let's see. A little higher. And then come down. And then the mouth will come out a little bit. Kind of where the jaw is, but it's like kind of like the cheek, the little pad, I think, here, right here. Little pad of fat on our face. Her faces, not just her face, all our faces. And then come down and around the chin. And it's starting to be that angle I don't like, so I'm going to rotate. E for eraser. Erase, erase, erase. Come back around here. Let's try to get a little better chin. All right, I made a little choppy line here. Not a fan. And kind of like drawing with a pen, right? If you go too slow or your pen strokes are too small, you end up with a choppy line. So sometimes you just got to go for it. And the advantage in drawing on the computer is that you can dry erase board, right? You can just wipe it all the way clean and do it over again. Whereas if you're using a real pen, you're kind of stuck, right? Unless you have something to paint over it, but even that, it's a lot harder to deal with. Okay, we'll live with that for now. I'm going to live with that little bit of a shaky line there. We can clean it up later. Let's keep moving up here. Let's go eyebrows. I'm going to rotate again. So I'm going to rotate more. All right, and this eyebrow. I'm using little kind of pen strokes here. I mean, you could fill it in all the way, but I kind of like the way the pen stroke thing looks. It makes it feel a little eyebrowish. Okay. There we go. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and draw some of these lines in your iris because I have a plan for them later. I like my left eye more than my right eye. I drew there. Okay. And eyelashes over here. And over here. I kind of match it here. I gave a little more eyelash tension over there. That got weird. Let's do that again. All right, we'll see how that looks. Okay. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, I think the eyes are pretty big. Oh well, let's just say it's my style. And here is forehead. Brings me to the ear and then the hair. Well, neck too, I guess. I guess we'll do neck. This is in front. Let's draw the ear, though. Okay, so I'm just drawing a generic old ear. Thicker up the top. Come down to the earlobe. Right, then got my curled over part of the ear on top there. We've got this little knob which kind of comes in front of it. And then it comes and turns into this little bended shape here. Bent shapes. Something like that. All right. Now the base of her skull. Down the neck. And I think that's pretty much mostly what I want to do there. I don't want to get too detailed in the neck, although I got her head turning here with the clavicles meeting right there at the top of the sternum. Give you a little bit of line there. Let's see. R, reset view. I think that'll work. Okay, let's do the hair. So I'm going to go ahead and save. File, save. And it's time for hair. So looking for those big areas to kind of define those big clumps of hair. Looking for direction for flow. So I've got it coming from here. Just got pretty straight hair. Drawn it. So I'm going to have a part right there. And have some kind of layers flowing that way. And I'm going to have this hair come out. Get a nice little clump right there. Have a lock come over and kind of curl in here. Let's try it again. No, don't like it. You know why? Because it's not an angle I like. There we go. Much better. All right, let's see. Put this hair coming in here. I'm going to break up the direction slightly there. Just different layers of chunks of hair. Let's see. Let's rotate that thing back this way, the back of the head. I want to get a little more of a curve there. All right, let's see. You got it kind of coming over and around. Do I want to go behind her ear? Tuck it behind, I guess. Or I could have it flow on top. No, I think I'll have it just go on top. So I think we're gonna erase part of that ear over there. Let's see. Let's get in here. I'll cut off the top there too. There we go. And let's bring it around. Again, it's that angle I don't like. Gotta change it. Oops. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. could use a little more down here like I drew it. Let's see, some of this might flip out. Let's see, so that flips in. That can come out. I'm on the rotate tool. Again, it's an angle I don't like. Should have stayed on the rotate tool. There we go. All the way around. It'll be kind of jumbled up here. There'll be some hairs going, some clumps going that way, some going the other way. All right, let's take a look. Reset view. Okay, I got some flow direction. Now, just going to add a little more detail. And then I'd like to fill in some darker areas. Let's see. Got on top of my drawing there. That's okay. All that can be fixed again. We are drawing on a whiteboard. Okay. So, all right, we've got enough going here. Now, for the hair, I think I'd like to color some in a bit darker, but I think I'm going to wait to do that on another layer, just to play it safe. And that's kind of the beautiful thing about drawing on the computer, is you can play it as safe as you want, and make multiple layers to do different things and not be in danger of messing up what you got going so far. Just going to do a little more detail on these lips. Again, I have an idea what I'm going to do later with them when we start adding color. Okay, there we are. Just taking my eraser now and cleaning up any lines that I obviously don't like. Not that it has to be perfect. Nobody's going to look at this close up. So don't get too lost getting too close. But this line was kind of bugging me from the get-go when I made it. Let's rotate. Let's bring it around. A little more around. There we go. Let's try and get a smoother line here. A little better. All right, let's reset that view. Take a look. And I think this is gonna work for me for now until we add some more darks and then some color. Okay, well, there we are. We've got our drawing cleaned up, and next time we will start blocking in some areas for shading and then add some color. Okay? Hope you guys had a good time. Hope you got a good drawing, and I'll see you guys on the next video.